more stream here there. I'm here cause real cause. I don't know waiting cause. But taking them Triple M to call me back. Triple M, thank you so much. I have to restart the system. Back. That's why I try to come back. So I have to restart the system. But we have to move. We don't have time to waste again. We have to move. We move. But thank God I ain't better. We have to move. I ain't better. Mazi, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have to restart the system. Thank you.
The breaking news currently trending on Nigeria internet space is that a coalition of past governors, past legislators, and past political appointees in Abia State, which includes Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, Mr. Okezie Bazu, Mr. Theodore Orji, and many other persons, have concluded plans at their second meeting as a forum, a coalition of past governors, legislators, and political appointees. They have resolved to file a lawsuit against the current governor of Abia State, His Excellency, Mr. Alex Chioma Oti, to compel him to move from his private residence, where he is currently governing Abia State, and move into the government house. According to them, that every decision or any decision that is made by Governor Alex Oti from his private residence is illegal and non-binding. And for that reason, they want to file a lawsuit against Governor Alex Oti. Well, we're gonna listen to the coalition of past governors and other ESCOs at the come.
Meeting of our team, 1999 to 2023, held at the country home of former governor at the on Friday, January 9, 2026. The second meeting of our team, 1999 to 2023, was held at the country home of His Excellency Senator P.A. the moment on Friday, January 9, 2026. The meeting, which was well attended, resolved as follows. 1. That the membership of our team should redouble efforts to ensure that the group grows from strength to strength. 2. That every member that felt agreed, one way or another, should let bygones be bygones for the interest of the team. 3. That the team should be collectively focused. One focus to ensure that the objectives for which the team was formed are met. 4. That the membership of the team expanded to corporate those that served under the administrations of Governor D.L.G. 2007 to 2015 and Governor Kizzy 2015 to 2023. 5. That the technical committee comprising Professor A.C.B. Alaswell chairman, Tom O'Kani secretary, and a member drawn from each of the 17 local government areas of Abia State is hereby set up. 6. That the lawsuit be instituted by the league compelling Governor Alex Oti to operate from the government platform area, the control seat of government, instead of the current practice of living and discharging his official duties from his country home at the crossing.
Well, interestingly, this is one of the beauties of democracy. This is one of the reasons I have encouraged, a diversified political system. This is one of the reasons I have been lending my voice against what APC government is doing today in Nigeria, trying to compel everybody into a one-party system. The moment we move into a one-party system, democracy is dead. Competitiveness is dead. And I have a feeling that Nigeria might gradually tickle towards the situation of Venezuela into a properly failed nation, a failed state, because there will no longer be accountability for politicians. Look at what is happening today in Venezuela. After Nicolas Maduro had been captured by United States of American government, the current president that was sworn in, Mrs. Or Madame Rodriguez, I don't know whether she's married, has in the last 72 hours released all the political prisoners in Venezuela. People will be say when you talk or criticize the government, they will imprison you because there was no longer viable opposition in Venezuela. It was more like a confirmed one-party state. You know what I mean? And Mr. Nicolas Maduro was acting like a dictator. You know what I mean? So if you see the tears flowing from the eyes of family members, the emotional moments they were reuniting with their loved ones that were imprisoned by Nicolas Maduro. That is by the way. So what these fellows, these gentlemen are doing is part of the beauties of democracy. You know, trying to tell Alex Oti that, yes, you need to move from your private residence down to the government house in order to govern the people of Abia State.
The government house and Agwagi rented house. The government house and Agwagi rented. And then so Onuga government house. This government house and Agwagi now rent. And they give a bono. If we're bono. Traffic in all the time. Traffic in all the time. So, unless Abia, he have to build a standard government house in Abia State. That's why he cannot operate on that one. Because those bank is everywhere. Eba hakigahu, naki like this. The thing on Akiri, the government house on Akiri. Then the bank, so, unless Abia, that I know, a government house don't have to be in this kind of place. A very big place, but thank God for Abia State. In the Abia State, I want another Orji Uzor Kalu anya. Now that guy is not a handsome guy, because so fine boy. But in the Abia State, him not talk am good. Who they question him Orji Uzor Kalu homeless? Benjamin Kalu they question him homeless. Yaga mu igu the hawk. Believe me. Yaga mu igu the hawk. Owu si ime how inye ha wanted. Una talk if one. We got on the hawk, we go to Gaha Bitegodun. Because India, India question it into the landed into. Who did he have homeless? India Meruna Magana and West State night. Unama and a way good road. Unama and a way good market. Oh, unless Oti Bebe Merunia. Then India baby will have 4 Jahabi Mebrunia. Get men on their homeless first. Before them, we're going to have 1/3, we have 1/3. They probably don't know how to behead them. We're going to have homeless, can have what they're going to have them.
Having established that, when you critically look at the situation, you will get to understand that their interest to sue Alex Oti is not entirely because they want everything in Abia State to be legal. It's not as if they are so much interested in the overall well-being of Abia and Abians. It's not as if they cared so much or they care so much about Abia State. It is all about power grab. This coalition, don't forget that Senator Orji Uzor Kalu has bragged that Alex Oti is a one-term governor, that he doesn't know he's a political joker. He's not a politician. He doesn't know what he's doing. In fact, in one of the videos, he alleged that Alex Oti is repenting and rebuilding the roads that he built. That it is time to deliver Abia State to APC. This group also thanked Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointing one of their coalition members as an ambassador. You know, Senator Okeze Azu, who was appointed by Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which I know it was a payback, more like a reward for working with Nyesom Wike as one of the members of the G5 governors in 2023 to deliver APC. You know what I mean? even though unfortunately APC could not achieve anything significant in Abia State. Otherwise, Alex Oti may not have become the governor at the end of the day. So when you look at the trajectory of the activities, you will know it is not born out of genuine interest for the well-being of Abia, for the well-being of Abia State. It is purely based on personal political interest, power grabbing, shift in power. They want to take power from Alex Oti so that they can all get into governance. The same dividends of democracy they could not give the people of Abia State many years ago that Alex Oti is giving Abia people today. That is the same man they are contesting now, making plans to remove him from office. So the lawsuit is just more like an awareness to create a confusion in the heart of the people of Abia State, especially those ones that are not informed that Alex Oti is doing something illegal. You know what I mean? Now, if you begin to look at it from the lenses of diasporan political leadership, as well as diversity of political leadership in Nigeria, there are scores of leaders in Nigeria who have governed their states from their private residence, either from the First Republic down to the current dispensation. I give you an example. Ali Modu Sharif, who was the governor of Borno State between 2003 down to 2011, he never lived at the government house. He was living at his private residence all through his tenure. When Kashim Shettima came, Kashim Shettima lived at the government house. Now, if you also talk about Jonah Jang, for example, Jonah Jang, everybody know in Plateau State. Governor Jonah Jang governed Plateau State from his private residence. Now, if you talk about Governor Abdulaziz Yari of Zamfara State, he governed the state from his private residence.
Unama the problem. Even Ogu had the idea. Ogu had the idea with Hana. You will not do anything in Abia State, only to steal. Even Ogu had the idea. Once a paroko na that government house, I got some brain again. You will not think about the pharmacies. You will not think about the citizens. You're only thinking about your pocket. Oh, yeah, the thing. Ogu had the idea, and there's Oti, but I read the Ogu. My government house, you know who the government has, you will cry. Believe me, Abia State, who small Dubai today. Oh, onye ọma Chukwu gozie gị kemakọla m Chukwu gozie gị ụtụtụ ọma ihe agbapụ na ya this thing na-agbapụ na ya bịaghachi dọwuo bịaghachi ihe agbapụda gị o ihe agbapụda gị enwere ọgwụ ha dịrị di a ịba ahala ị ga-arụ anything n'ikpam Abia State is suffered. Maazị ndewo.
Ndewo onye ọma. Not to work ọbịara ka ọ wee ga aja aja.
I swear, the way the action on the team no ye moral.
And nọ na background na gị na-akpọ eplay ihe na-eplay gị na-amụrị. Anyị nwere nwaanyị na-ejikwa na enweghị nwanne nwaanyị anyị na-ege egala m ihe a sị na ọ pụtara na enweghị background check. Samba ka play na phone mano. No wahala. That's why we are here. We are together. Yes. So just bring one number to say from my location.
Yeah,
we do. Oluwa want to say me here. Ọ bụ eziokwu na ya bụ ndị Nigeria. Mana ọkwa ịnọkwa na itekpara ha anya because ndị na-ezuzu ihe akwụkwọ ụmụnne anyị maka ihe anyị ji abatagịrị ha jiwu maka oge ga-eru mgbe ha ga-ebe ka eru oge na-abịa mgbe ha ga-ebe ka eru anyị wetara ha ihe ha na-eme mgbe ha tụrụ na ha ụta anyị ga-ajụta ha sị wetin mega ịhụ na Orji Uzor Kalu Orji Uzor Kalu as a person onye ahụ even o kwesịghị ịdị na-akparị n'ala Igbo. Onye ahụ o kwesịghị ịdị na-akparị n'ala Igbo. Ihe a na ha jiri agenda ha jiri bịa Oh, I say give dog a bad name and buy the dog. Oh, you had to be here. Alex Oti agbadela ha film. Lekwe stupid set of people. Mmadụ atọ chere for. Mmadụ atọ ahụ now 8 years. 8 years ahụ na about 16, which is for wasted 24 years. Wasted 24 years. And we play the ghost and the face. Airport na akweri na onye mere ha ji astrive. Onye mere ha ji astrive. Mana keep azụ a USD ga-eme ha 30. Alex, we are not we are not applauding you or praising you under Zoo. We know you are one of us, and I believe with the way things are going, you have a slot in Biafra politics as well. You have a slot there.
Yes.
Now mana ndị nke a now bring it down to ihe onye kuma na akweri. O nwere video o mere ọsị na Alex na-epenti ụzọ. No problem. Mana ụzọ ahụ pentri, people are happy about it. Ngum ya nwa build for 8 years. Ya nwa build for 8 years. People are crying, people are gashing teeth. Na-ebe akwa. Onweghị ihe o metere. Now okwu kwuru na ịma oh God, thank God for social media. Oh, my people at the comment section, pardon my manners. I recognize each and every one of you. I recognize you people for the good work. Thank you so much, my people. Now, people, thank God for social media because when what's happen here, you see our people. Indication na village ha ga-aba igi n'ime obodo ha ga video ụzọ ndị ọrụ gashiri aga use that message send gị more send them ya ụzọ abọcha ọrụ ofu ọbụ ụkwụ ofu len only ofu moto ga-abịa onye nke na-abịa onye nke echere abọcha gbaghara letrat awọ ya condemn oyi I'm telling you, we condemn you, warrior, we sharp sand, fair nelu, happier. Mana, the team that baffles me, and when you came in the video, on no video I came home. Oh, eba tira fire there. One name, Gilanya, onya hakache the media. Give ya that camera ya shiga mana uche yaga heba. Anyway. Federal government support for road construction no there. My word. Ma ego last award rules. I get the how many kilometers I get the and all federal government projects. Oh no chonya handia or gageba video yes. Oga so wibo. Le the federal government project Orji Uzor Kalu le the road. Le how many kilometers or Ashipat road, lekwe company no ya, lekwe ni hono all federal project. Na consequence ya, on na claim no onwe, on ga na consequence ya.
My brother, then onya hewegi brain, not just give ahụ obere, onya hewegi brain.
Now, bring it down to ihe also na Mbakwe ru ihe ni n'ọrụ n'Imo Imo State. Mbakwe bi na government house. Na be na ya koshi o. Sam Mbakwe chere ọ na-eme na ka ọ dị ka ọwụ arọ ka oti na-eme ibidie. Meanwhile, that government house ahụ agbana m abịa ọfụma. Anne ihe na-eme operate na government house ọ nke ha na-abịa ihe a na-apịa ndị keke na ndị ihe na-akọ ha Okwa Bank Road.
Bank
Eba
Road.
Bank Road.
Bank Road.
Bank Road. And be very small, very small.
Very small.
Very small.
Ụzọ kpara akpa.
Very small.
Ebe a ka m na-eji adrive ga na-ewere ego mgbe ọbụla m lọtara. M na-eshi isi weke drive bịa ewere ego. Ana m agba n'ụzọ ahụ.
Ị na-agbalị nọ. Ụdị ụdọpụ na-eme ebe ahụ. Even situation the haji ele onye nke abata na enwe ka ọwụ tie ọjị ka ọ tie ọjị mechara bịa bupụga ahịa ahụ. O nwere ahịa nọ nga ahụ. No close to that place. Ebupụzi ahịa ahụ chụpụga ha. Amam ihe ahụ ebe ahụ na grade ebe ahụ dịzi open mana ọwụ ha ebe ụzọ nọ ebe ahụ nọgidere onwe ya. Now bring it down to ihe gbasara government house. Ịma ọgwụ Orji Uzor Kalu lere na that government house ahụ ọtọghọ oti ekwe ya ga ka ọtụ ya. Oge Orji Uzor Kalu chịchara pụọ TA Orji akwa onye o mere onye o tigre bịa nọchi anya ya. First no TA Orji bidoro rụmọrụ ndị Abia laikiri mepewe ndị Abia anya. Orji Uzor Kalu gara aga meet TA Orji na gọọmenti house were aka ntị nwa ya n'anya ote nwanne brain Orji atọ nọ nwa ya aka ntị ene ihe o jiri nwa ya aka ntị na ọ bụrụ ime nwa ya expose that occultic woman ama m ọka dị ndụ ma nwụọla na ọ dịgo suppose enwu nwaanyị ahụ ji ụmụaka na-enwere isi ya nwaanyị ahụ ji ụmụaka na-enwere isi so ọgwụ ahụ ya nwa onye ka aka ntị starting from that time TA Orji awụwazi aja starting that time tiri achịcha nwanne onweghị ihe ọ chetara so ihe ọ pụchiri na ka ọ gakwa ebe ahụ ka ọgwụ atụ ya ọ ga ebe ahụ na ka ọgwụ atụ ya ka a sị yes na enweghị ya ga ọrụ enwere ha atọ adịghị mma ọ bụ na zoo obodo na-arụ ọrụ do anyị agaghị ekwuwe ha ka aga nga enwere ha mmadụ atọ ahụ ma ndị sinetọ ahụ adị mma otu iji ọwụ na ọwụ obodo we are not giving them idea ka ya chọta ka ọ dị mma ya lalụwasị alarị ma uru ndị nze ọ dị mma otu ha na-agbaghara na nwanne anyị na-agoli na-enwere nwa obi aṅụrị because online na-aja nso ihe mere ihe ndị a ji na-eme so ekwesịrị iji EFCC chịkọchịcha ha niile otu ga wega ha n'underground cell ka ndị mmadụ zuru ike and when I look at this guy mgbe ya bịa na kamera ya na-akụ eri now ọwụ tiger ya arụta n'ala Igbo ya awụ tiger ya ga Abuja ya kpọọ iwe ọnụ ya ga Abuja ya kpọọ iwe ọnụ ebe akwa mana ya lọta na be nna ya si ike a na-eke n'ụlọ mana ya lọtazie n'ụlọ ya awụ tiger ịhụrụ Orji Uzor Kalu agara ya oshi na-amụ ya gbe ehere m dụọ ya fụrụ m na wụcha ya nwụọ that man he cannot die well. Ọ gaghị adị ndụ adịkwa imagine ọkwa ya nwa mepekwara ọnụ so Maazị Nnamdi Kalu jump bell mgbe somebody bịara na ha si ya na be ya si ya okosisi na ha hụrụ ọrụ ọma ọ na-alụ na ha ekelele mgbe ọ nọ na sinetọ na ha hụrụ ọrụ ọma ọ na-alụ na ha ekelele ya mana o nwere ihe ha chọrọ ka o mere ha ya mere ha nke aha na obiọma ga-akpa ha ya jụọ ha sị ele ihe ọwụ ha sị ya maka Maazị Nnamdi Kalu ole ihe maka Maazị Nnamdi Kalu ya sị the person sị ya maka Maazị ka enweke audition na nwanne nwoke pụtara okooko emepe ọnụ so na Maazị Nnamdi Kalu ọjọọ probel na court will take the course ọ dị ha n'aka okooko anụmanụ a enwebeghị ha ga-asị ha ọkwa ihe a shedere ha this thing shedere ha amaghị that shed ahụ akọwasịala ha ka firiri na ha ka nakwa under that immunity of the zoo amaghị na zoo sef na-aghọ onwe ya aghọ zoo as a contraction na-aghọ onwe ya aghọ ma ya fọzikwe ihe ni asị ọkụ gbara mbe ya epi igbe ma ya fọzi ọkụ kọwawara udodi ha gịrị iwe we are not giving them advice ihe ọsọrọ ha meme na zoo nga aha we don't care ihe anyị ma we are going anyị nwa abọchana ụmụ Biafra ekelekpele m unu ndị bịara na fundraising last night we are going higher ọwụ We are going higher, yes, we are. We are going higher someday. Hey, we are going higher, yes, I am. Going to Jesus today. We are going above the shadow into the presence of Lord, into the presence of Jesus. We are going higher every day. USB, we move. Thank you. I yield my mic, brother.
Akwebuisi, ụtụtụ ọma. Akwebuisi, ụtụtụ ọma.
Thank you so much.
Akwebuisi, ụtụtụ ọma.
General Ebigwe.
Ndewo onye adịla mma. Nwoke ọma enyi ọha.
Ndewo.
Ndị otu ị mere. Happy New Year.
Thank God. I wish
Biafra land. Save and stand. Obele gun ya batara. Chiri mmadụ.
Ọya ka anyị na-agba mbọ.
Mgbe obele oge nwa ebe nwa batara obodo amaka. Iwe Orji Uzor Kalu na-akọ. Very soon, as I bata east, I assume Banama bata east. Very, very soon. Among the general itself. As I bata east, as no man bata east. Amakwana our governor, who great governor. That Oti is a great man. When you do your arrest or stop on do EFCC, so drop on where must with the problem. Why you to bandit?
I swear.
Orji Uzor Kalu ebe wudi bang.
Mba.
Ọ na-afọ ya esi so bụrụ ụmụazị mmadụ na-abụja ma ndị nwere ibe bụrụ ha na-abụja baba ndị ti ya nọ bụrụ egbe na-agharị vanwa na enwetara ibe nwe na nwoke dị sand do clear. Don't carry my people, leave them, go find bandit first. Na iwe onye ọbụla na-eme nwa akwụba aka ọtọ na nke onye na-emechi na ụmụ na ije lafọ ogirigiri ka na-arị elu otu mba nwoke onye na-eme mma igwe na ọ na-eme mma ejide ka amagọrị o gọvanọ Ugo si Nnamdi Kanu sọsọ otu do anything. Evil can never rise the second time. Okwekwuche nwụọ iyi. Evil can never rise the second time in Abia State. Akwụkwọ promoted to Biafra land direct. Promoted to Biafra land. Don't worry about that. No one. I'm pulling.
Sure.
In spirit, thunder, in spirit.
Thunder, in spirit. Mbada, nwo ka na-eme nna. Nene nwoke.
Egbe edigwe.
Nwoke pụ n'ọkụ.
Egbe edigwe.
Mmụọ. Uwe na ahụ.
Egbe. Gugozie gị.
Agazi
Gugozie gị.
Anyị ji agbaghị ife afụ mmụọ na a na-emebi iwe mmụọ na-achọ oke mmụọ. Nna m bụ onye mmụọ mgbe a na-ebi n'ụwa niile buru ego Sokoto anyị gwetekwa Abuja kesi bikọs agbagbo dịka izu agbarịkwa ya mgba a na iwe na-eme. Ọ bụ Trump bịa buru nwoke nwa anyị enwe ike clear the coast. Nna m ekelekwa m ndị nne na comment section. Humble Lion.
Maazị Danu.
Amaka Melegi, your platform is covered. I'm going to say, man, one game and with. Betal. I'm also going to lose. I will need it and a Biafra struggle. Ulunezio Kunam, nothing to the Royal Chupabiam. Always Oku goes a meal. Do a fearless before your enemy. As in the kitchen, as much they go. There's a Vakego. Acquired a busy one. Only money near you, so no bills. I love Biafra. I did not for Yagazi. Oh, I the platform.
They will.
Then I'm the loon.
They will.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Interestingly, this is one of the beauties of democracy. This is one of the reasons I have encouraged, a diversified political system. This is one of the reasons I have been lending my voice against what APC government is doing today in Nigeria, trying to compel everybody into a one-party system. The moment we move one-party system is dead. Competitiveness is dead. And I have a feeling that Nigeria might gradually towards the situation of Venezuela into a properly failed nation, a failed state, because there will no longer be accountability for politicians. Look at what is happening today in Venezuela. After Nicolas Maduro had been captured by United States of American government, the current president that was sworn in, Mrs. Or Madame Rodriguez, I don't know whether she's married, has in the last 72 hours released all the political prison Venezuela. People will be say when you talk or criticize the government, there was no longer viable opposition in Venezuela. It was more like a confirmed, and Mr. Nicolas Maduro was acting like a dictator. You know what I mean? So if you see the tears flowing from the eyes of family members, the emotional moments they were reuniting with their loved ones that were imprisoned by Nicolas Maduro. That is by the way. So what these fellows, these gentlemen are doing is part of the beauties of democracy. Trying to tell Alex Oti that yes, you need to move from your private residence down to the government house in order to govern the people of Abia State. Having established that, when you critically look at the situation, you will get to understand that their interest to sue Alex Oti is not entirely because they want everything in Abia State to be legal. It's not as if they are so much interested in the overall well-being of Abia and Abians. It's not as if they cared so much or they care so much about Abia State. It is all about power grab. This coalition, don't forget that Senator Orji Uzor Kalu has bragged that Alex Oti is a one-term governor, that he doesn't know he's a political joker. He's not a politician. He doesn't know what he's doing. In fact, in one of the videos, he alleged that Alex Oti is repenting and rebuilding the roads that he built. That it is time to deliver Abia State to APC. This group also thanked Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointing one of their coalition members as an ambassador. Senator Okezie Ikpeazu, who was appointed by Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which I know it was a payback, more like a reward for working with Nyesom Wike as one of the 5 governors in 2023 to deliver APC. You know what I mean? Even though, unfortunately, APC could not achieve anything significant in Abia State. Otherwise, Alex Oti may not have become the governor at the end of the day. So when you look at the trajectory of the activities, you will know it is not genuine interest for the well-being of Abia, for the well-being of Abia State. It is purely based on personal political interest, power grabbing, a shift in power. They want to take power from Alex Oti so that they can all get into governance. The same dividends of democracy they could not give the people of Abia State many years ago that Alex Oti is giving Abia people today. That is the same man they are contesting now, making plans to remove him from office. So the lawsuit is just more like an awareness to create a confusion in the heart of the people of Abia State, especially those ones that are not informed that Alex Oti is doing something illegal You know what I mean? Now, if you begin to look at it from the diasporan political leadership, a city of political leadership in Nigeria, there are scores of leaders in Nigeria who have governed their state from their private residence, whether from the First Republic down to the current dispensation. I give you an example. Ali Modu Sharif, who was the governor of Borno State between 2003 down to 2011, he never lived at the government house. He was living at his private residence all through his tenure. When Kashim Shettima came, Kashim Shettima lived at the government house. Now, if you also talk about Jonah Jang, for example, Jonah Jang, everybody know in Plateau State. Governor Jonah Jang governed Plateau State from his private residence. Now, if you talk about Governor Abdulaziz Yari of Zamfara State, the state from his private residence. Now, if you talk about P2B, for example, during his administration in Anambra State, is anyway because as at then, Anambra State did not have a functional government house. And P2B was focusing more on fiscal prudence in management of the resources of the people of Anambra. He was more prudent, more intentional about using the scarce resources of Anambra State well to the best interest of her citizens. You know, he did a lot in education, he did a lot on security, he did a lot on healthcare, yet he was governing the state from his private residence. If we now take this discussion further away into the diaspora political leadership, let me give you a very typical striking example. In Germany, the former Kanzlerin, or what you can call the former president or the former prime minister of Germany, Angela Merkel, during her time as the Kanzlerin of prime minister or the president, whichever way you want to explain it, but to Germans, they call it a Kanzlerin or a Kanzler. Now, Angela Merkel never lived at the official government house as provided in Berlin. She was living in her private residence, rented apartment where she and her husband, Joachim Sawyer, at Berlin Mitte. That was where they lived all through their tenure in office, about 16 years. And yet, she was giving the people of the Germans dividends of democracy in and out of season. If you begin to jump into the United States of America, there are scores of past and present leaders who have at some point also lived in their private residence. George Washington, blessed memory, you know, good example, then the White House was not built at one time or the other for some reasons. If we begin to look at some of the reasons, you know, some may be personal, some may be on a broader scale with respect to cost savings and all of that. Some prefers to have access to the local people, to their friends and well-wishers, which may not be entirely encouraged anyway, because by living at their private residence, it gives them opportunity to welcome at ease. Than living at the house where you have a heap of men and women. And some in order to save money also for the state, because the cost of running a house, especially this part of the world, Africa, Nigeria, we know the political trajectory of our country. Every time but I tell you how much they consume of petrol and fuel. Well, for running generators and all of that. You will ask yourself. Now, last day, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of people. Why am I citing all this example? Just to let know that all these persons these are all trivial issues that must not raise any dust. And so it is doing beautifully well to confuse you if you're from Abia State, to find dedicated police holders, political leaders who have little or no interest in the state. Unfortunately, he was saying that he might not do politics after his tenure. I don't know whether he wants to pull out. He completes his 8 years before the shit happens in Nigerian politics. You see a poor politician today, the moment he assumes space, how do they manage to get those kind of houses? Imagine the type of houses Obi Kubana and Vintage and all of this, the southeastern part of Nigeria are building. That is the type of house you see these politicians building. Where do they get this money from? It is our collective money they are squandering. They will and give you few thousands of naira. You go come online, they insult me. That is helping you to wake up to the reality of taking back your country. Well, at this point, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Another person see him.
Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite. Nigerians, this person one that they see for our front of my screen, so now they call Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite. According to Rise News, they said that be the new justice where they bring now. We want judge waiting Malami case. And the information now, what would they hear for inside that say they want bribe and make it for do it, make it for play justice role for Malami. You see you, Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite. They know why they. You see where they are, so they know why they bring you. You did it the Mahashwalanya. You did it the shine eye like Skumbia fish. They know why they bring you Igbo man put for there. If you know what thing they do this your brother with there when they come out in the Kano, do unto this man with there. This man I be Malami. Now this man when they come Malami now. I put your brother for the condition when he did today after they extradited him from waiting from Kenya. They called Judge Matter, discharged and acquitted. This one say lie. This one say lie. Forget say this life. What goes around comes around. This one say lie. And this one Malami. He say no. Somebody hold this guy captive. No way. Forget say you go water when you boy. Say if you fall come off for up, now they go take do waiting. Now they go take massage him. Now you don't reach the third now. They don't bring you come as an Igbo man. We the Igbos now, we don't they watch you now. We will see what you want judge. If you judge anyhow, if you hear pin, I don't go curse you first. Make I seize my cause.
Hey, unukwa the game on the Azuru here. The game on the Azuru here. The Azuru game wo ha ga-asị oke ndị Igbo ngwa bịa megwara nụ onye gemu ha zụrụ ihe ya na ihe ha zụrụ gemu ihe a bịa megwara but ozi ka amarazie Georgia ka amara ịdị ihe ọ ya emezi amamunu mere understand ọ ka anyị na-ele ha anya make we dey look them.
Team when they don't judge the matter. Now I said this your brother go where I did today. I wish say the church and acquitted, he let Martin and the Kalu go. All this is not going to happen to you today. You see this man with there. If you dey judge the matter, judge him. Make he pass Martin and the Kalu own. We are watching you now. We dey watch you. Most see what you want judge. Most see whether somebody will send your brother go life imprisonment. What you want do to round two? Whether you want send and go with him, come back imprisonment. We want know. We dey watch you. Zuzu here first. Zuzu go do. We know why government bring you as an Igbo man. Justice come aside for a case. Zuzu go do here. Chineke akpọ Zuzu first. I nelega anya. Zuzu do anyhow first. Do anyhow. I wanna share this video.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on, bro? The fuck with these Igbo Muslim of a thing going on TikTok? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on, bro?
Emma, Akwebisi. Akwebisi. Ewe. Akwebisi limited. I'm on mom who are no money in the pool.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Emma, when I look at some people, they na who na that zoo. How they claim na how is Algeria. Na how man because that contraction they use ethnicity and division, and the people they use here politicians. Now the masses no bagara. The masses now losing onwe ha. Now onwe ha in the name of a religion, ethnicity, blah blah blah. Mana ha ga n'ime ha nọkọ as one. Ha nọkọ as one. Ngwa na le game ha koga now. How was you call the game? Agi ikpe. Onye Fulani mere gaga kidnap or wali damas na mekano. Ore mba ga ikpe. Ha tugude ejo ndiloko, ndị Fulani afọ ure onye Yoruba baga. He ha ure kore pass to onye Yoruba. Ka that enmity do kwa between anyị na Yoruba. Then ndị Yoruba ekpele nnu ha. And ọ gba ha maka agba ndị Yoruba ihe ha ga-eme o. Ha ga-agba ihe ha ga-eme. Ha mere the thing. Then ha nọzie na corner onto say na ọgbasa ha ọwụ ha mere ya. Now onye Yoruba nwee issue na court. Akọrọ pass onye Igbo ga handle ya. You got my point? Ha werezi ego luzie onye Igbo ka okpelara dị onye ha tọkọ okpelara. Then nke ka wee kwuo asọ akwa nọ n'okpere. Now onye Fulani nwe issue akọlala ya onye Igbo. Onye Igbo ga-ekpe ya. Then ha gwakwa ya ihe ọ ga-ekpe. Ịhụla ya? This same Malamia onye na-ekwu okwu si justice mgbe okwu bail agranteghị ya bail. Ya na-ekwu okwu justice. Say let justice be served that na human right. Ya kpọ human right. Masị onye gburu human right yesterday, onye murder justice yesterday, they are today na achọ. The person that murdered human rights yesterday, murdered justice yesterday, came today, started looking for those things that he murdered yesterday. Anyway, one night we can see how we hear. Ndị ka ha ndị kete na ha ka ndị Zojiria. ọgbasa ha ihe ọbụla ha na ha mega ebe ha na ha mere eme ha godoro wee nwanne ọrụ ma anyị nwere nwe anyị nwe abọcha na anyị nọ na windo na windo flat anyị nọ na windo anyị nọ na windo flight anyị na-ele ihe ha na-ezuzu n'ala arụ aka n'ike na-echitu n'imi anyị na-achị ha ọchị but we are just laughing at them anyị jizi ha na-akachi cruise go on my brother udo dịrị gị.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Triple M.
Nigeria is prepared for war. We cannot give Southeast their wish. Senator Bulkachua on April 2nd, 2024. Ojukwu said it, that another war is not necessary. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu also said it, that we cannot go for or to another war. I am here again to say it, that another war is not necessary. Why should we go into another war because of Biafra? You see why I say that Igbo people remains the most civilized in Nigeria. You see, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came prepared. He knew that another war is not necessary. After the Nigerian Biafra Civil War, Ojukwu said that another war is not necessary. That was one of the reasons war was very legit and civil. He came prepared. He engaged Nigeria in their own court. He has been all this while asking for referendum. Very simple thing. A lot of countries of the world emerge through dialogue, through referendum. We fought the war in the past. Another war is not necessary. Why are Nigerians calling for war in the first place? Another war is not necessary. But they are calling for war because they knew that legitimately, or referendum-wise, they can't win it. Just give us referendum. We are very peaceful and very civilized. Like I said earlier, Igbo people of Nigeria still remains the most civilized tribe by the way they handle things. Look at Ojukwu after the Nigerian Biafra Civil War. He said that another war is not necessary. Look at Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, how he handled Nigeria. He dragged them to court. He won them. So at a point, he was acquitted and discharged. Look at what is happening. Yet it's not yet over. A lot of people, a lot of parties, a lot of known figures are interested in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case with Nigeria because the rate of injustice there is alarming. Another war is not necessary. My reply to Senator Bulkachua, another war is not necessary. Nigeria needs not to go for another war with Southeast. What Southeast wish can be granted to them. All we ask for is just a peaceful exit from Nigeria, not an abomination. As a matter of fact, it is our right, and it is enshrined in Nigerian constitution. Right to freedom to separate from Nigeria is a right. Even we have to exit Biafra, it is one of the fundamental human rights. You have right to say that I don't want to be part of this entity. You follow it with due process. I will not be part of that entity. So for a senator to call for war in the first place means that everything, another war, is not necessary. We can exit Nigeria peacefully. Let me stop here for now. Please follow me for more updates. Like, share, and comment on my video. Thank you for watching.
go see what they go on for the past 24 hours. The gbasgbos between the task committee chairman and KPMG. You know, say KPMG na expert company where they do many things like this task matter. Na big company. Also, Mr. Taiwo don also work with a company where it be like KPMG, where they call PwC. He na oga for there that time before Nigeria government call help us with this tax law, and he na tax expert. This class no be to criticize o, na just to show the where they go on since when KPMG report on the new tax law. As you can see on my Twitter, Vanguard saying you don't order Oyedele place KPMG on. This word, you might think Vanguard no mistake, but it is the right word to use here. Okay? This guy now really prompt me to do this class because me, I no get interest again. See what he talk. Mr. Sam, he was replying to my post when I complain say, if na only people wey write the law, na he call understand down. That means wahala dey, because just as the Bible says, it's vision. Make you write and make it dey plain so that when person you go feel dey run the reader, you go dey clear. There should not be anything like what ambiguity where you are writing, especially things that require people to obey. He can say he didn't say KPMG didn't understand the tax law. He said they didn't understand the objectives for which they made the laws. He say Taiwo Oyedele na in the alert, so he no talk say KPMG no understand the tax law. He dey say they no understand the objectives. Okay, he can write this one. Okay, now they understand their warfare street. But if you go to Taiwo's response to KPMG after he write all this, he also said, however, the majority of the publication that is from KPMG reflected a misunderstanding of the policy intent. Be the policy intent only. Also, a mischaracterization of deliberate policy choices. Mischaracterization, a big word to throw at KPMG. And in several instances from your publications and presentation of opinion, your personal opinion and preferences, what you for do as fact. You are using your thought as fact, but fact to be fact. So. But if you look at KPMG's publication, they were doing comparative analysis. For this class, we will do 3. They raised 31 issues, but for this class only 3 because of time. But still not like I go do more, but for now I will do 3 just for instance. Me, I actually replied to that guy because he's talking about objective. I said objective. I can't ask him, you even read what KPMG even write, because he talk say Mr. Taiwo they talk about what? Objective. Now we'll start with number 1. After number 1 we do number 2, then number 3. We will see. This is the first one. According to KPMG, Section 3B and C of the NTA imposition of tax. Error/gap. We are coming back here, but we will see what they try to talk before we read this so that you go understand them. You know, say I be teacher. Now teacher they teach you for this class, I don't want to take any side. We will first of all understand what the word talk. Then who can be tasked? The problem where they see the law lists individuals, companies, trustees, and estate. He listed them because law should list. There should not be anything like assumption. It did not clearly mention communities. Now the issue of communities today now, if it mentions individual, companies, trustees, estates, and others, communities should also be mentioned because you use the place. But another section defines community as a person. Okay, for instance, person or event. Okay, tax officers may say you are taxable. The community may say we are not listed. We not the community. We are not explicitly listed. This list to this. When you come go court. Now, I was able to write the intention. For them. I just say no resist.
that even though they are wrong to extent to right. Anybody where they read go fit interpret am, no be correct. The recommendation where they recommend, they are exempt. Talk say they go tax una. Talk say they no go tax una. Okay, now go back and wait till they right. The section specifies on whom taxes should be levied, including individuals, families, enterprises, trustees, and an estate, but omit community. However, community is included in the definition of person under section 201. Recommendation. They said if the intent is to impose tax on communities, this should be explicitly introduced in section 3. Otherwise, the law should clearly state that communities exempt from tax. We'll see how Oyedele actually defended this as an instant for only this. Others, because of time, I may not do that. The concern about the inclusion of community in the definition of a person, but its omission from the charges section does not constitute a gap or ambiguity. In statutory interpretation, definitions provided in the law apply wherever the defined terms appears, unless the context requires otherwise. As person and taxable person are used in the charges section, okay, above definitions include community. The approach is consistent with modern legislative drafting principles, which use comprehensive definitions to streamline operative provisions and avoid redundancy. This is similar to the inclusion of partnerships and executors in the definition, but not under the charging section. The use of the word includes further signifies that the list of taxable persons is not exhaustive. I am okay with everything. Saying the list is not exhaustive, it makes it open-ended. Anybody or anything can be captured, even animal. But the law should be explicit. Okay? What KPNG is saying is that make it understandable. No be only you or people who write this law should understand the law. Make it clear. Community, community. But when you say not exhaustive, it means say tomorrow, well, when my pussycat go make money, if he enter here too, you get the point now. Lawyers in the house, help us. Argument don't start already. We never even start. The second one, we'll go look at waiting. They try to talk before we read them so that you go understand what they write. Otherwise, you may not understand. Foreign company profit. Okay, controlled foreign companies. I go use example. Say the get work company for Nigeria. It can't get company for UK. A Nigerian company holds shares in a UK company. It could be share, could be investment, could be anything. But that your money in that company. It will be saying a fully owned company by you. Okay, or you invested in the company. Then that company where they UK can't make profit. You know, say for UK, they go tax them. Abi, they go pay tax for there. Let's assume say at the top for Nigeria, say they go collect 30% for Nigeria. If your company dey Nigeria, now so they go also tax that company where they UK 30% for their profit. Okay, the remaining one now, you will get that company. You feel leave the money there, or you bring it to Nigeria. So the profit is either kept in the UK, not yet paid out, or paid to Nigeria company later as dividend after UK tax. They don't come on the tax. Say the 70% will remain. You will say, I want to invest now, or I want to call Nigeria. The problem, what they call the C now. Nigerian law treats that foreign profit, that 70% will remain, as if it has already been shared. Meaning, they don't send out to you. No say the money see they be, they never send out to you. Whether they send out to you, they don't send out to you, they assume say, you don't get that. It in your hand. Why? Because some people go say, I know what pay tax, so make a live out there. No fee, if they tax, so go catch you. Get the point in hand. Even when it has not reached your hand, it's either that company, whether not your company or foreign company where you invest put. The same profit is then added to the Nigerian parent company's income. Say for Nigeria, you made 30 million. Okay? For that UK company, you made 100 million. They can't come on 30%, can't remain 70 million. The taxman see your book say you made profit. It go harder and join Nigeria own. Okay, according to KPMG. This implies a second tax at 30% in Nigeria. It means say when they are working on this now, this is the Nigeria profit, your foreign profit, they have together, they charge you 30%. KPMG say, remember they don't fair collect 30%. This creates a double taxation because the profit has already been taxed in the UK, for instance, Nigeria company dividends, which are also taxed as company level, are treated as frank investment income and are not taxed again. Remember, that money they don't come out 30% abi, okay, and they don't come out that 30%. He say that money now my company be this company A accord put the money brother's company or my first company, company B. Say that money we I make for UK, come on UK for your mind. I do say na Nigeria that company dey. And before this guy gives me my own share, percent to the government. So when that money come hand, my government is not pay tax on that money finish. You know who tax that money again? The report now. It is okay. You want to your hand? Come on. Tax of 10%.